Hey everybody, it's Lisa from Shabby Road Studio. Today is another fun project. It's a quick one. So let's take some drywall joint tape. Yeah, you have probably been familiar with this, seen it before, maybe used it. But when I saw this in the store, I'm like, anything that's paper. So I grabbed a roll. I thought we would have a little experiment with that today. And I like to say we're going to make this, well, I don't know. You can call it a snippet roll, but it's not really because I wouldn't want to be cutting into this. So we're going to call it like a belly band or a side tuck. But you could definitely do a snippet roll with this too. So this is one I made so that we can make one like this. I feel like I got my camera too close. Is that too close? I don't know. Let's see how that goes. So this is the one I made. That's what we're going to work on. So I took this and I measured out an 8-inch piece because the journal that I'm working on right now, my circus journal, the page is 8 inches tall. So I thought that would be a good place to start. So you can obviously make this as long or as short as you want to do that. Just gonna fold it right there. I'm gonna rip that piece off. I'm gonna try to keep this rolled up neatly so it doesn't go crazy wild. Stick that back down. But yeah, you get 75 feet in there. It's only, I don't know, it's less than $3 for this roll. So I thought it would be fun. It would be worth it and it would be fun. So this is just a perfect size for, actually it's perfect size width-wise for belly bands, side tucks, snippet rolls. You can just start like, putting things here and sewing things onto this. It's really sturdy, which is nice. It just feels like it's a perfect size for these type of projects. So what we're going to do first is, of course, we're going to coffee dye it. And it does not take too long to do, and it doesn't take too long to dry, but I'll be drying it off camera. But we're going to do the same basic coffee dyeing thing as we did to the tickets the other day, which I don't know if you've seen, but I decided to go ahead and scan those tickets in into a PDF file, and I have them available on my Etsy shop in case somebody doesn't feel like making their own and you want to just grab some to print off. I would suggest printing them off on cardstock, which would be cool. And then, yeah, cut them out and it's just like you made them yourself. So, kind of wanted that to be a little darker. But because this tape is made for what it is, it's made for, you know, drywall, so it's very sturdy. So you can put all this liquid on here and it doesn't, you know, it's not ripping and falling apart. I'm going to dry it now. So I will turn this off and turn it back on. Okay, so that's all dry and it turned out pretty cool. Not going to see much of that though, but I do like to just get it all grunged up first because you might see parts peeking through. So then the next thing I did on my first one was I stamped the background with some cool stamps, but as you can see, really can't see many. You can see a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit up there, which is fine because again, you're not really sure where things are going to end up. So if you just start layering and just kind of go with the flow. If it gets covered up, it gets covered up. And then just grab some random stamps that I used on my first one. kind of started throwing some on here. Like I say, it doesn't really matter what you use. Just using some fun stamps. Some of them you might be able to see, and some you won't. Let's see. This library card date one is kind of fun. I mean, you can't go wrong with the hand stamp, right? I just love that one. I do love it. Luggage. And I like this number 5. I don't know why. The number 5 always just like ends up in my journals for whatever reason. Reserved. Just throwing some on there. Okay. I mean, that's probably enough. So now we're just going to start layering some of these pieces, just little scrappy ephemera pieces that I've gathered together so we don't waste too much time. This is just a scrap piece of fabric. I'm going to go actually, see on my other one I ended up putting it on the back, zigzag, but then I ended up really not being able to see a lot of it. So I'm debating on whether I want it on the front this time. I'm going to go to the sewing machine and sew that on the front. Okay, so that's on there. Let's start trying to lay some of this out. Or stamp this out of, you know, one of those coffee sleeves that you put on your coffee to keep your hands from getting too hot. Just stamp or punch these out of that because it's sturdy and you're like, I don't want to throw that away. So let's get some ink on those petals. And let's throw that flower on. Come on, glue. Let's throw that flower on first up here. Left a little string hanging. Okay, now let's see. We got some. Is it this way? This way. We got some fun snippets here. I'm gonna put a couple of my tickets on that I just made. This postcard stamp. I got a number 5, obviously. And just some pieces, random pieces. So let's throw the tickets on. Yeah, there goes a lot of my stamping. But again, it's like you don't really know what you're doing yet, so you just kind of like get it stamped. If something shows through, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, this is probably going to be too big. Let me see. So we want that postcard. I don't want anything that doesn't have dark edges here. Let's see. This is always the fun part, isn't it? Trying to find out where everything would look best. Okay, I like that. Put this on here. So many things you could do with this drywall tape. I'm excited to try some other things too, but I wanted to show you that, hey, you can go and grab things like this, or if you have it in your garage already. Oop, that got stuck down. If you have it in your garage already, I mean, hello, go grab it. Your husband won't know. And mine saw me buy it, so I'm like, ooh, wait till you see what I'm gonna do with this. He just laughs. He seemed quite amazed at what I did with the ticket strips the other day, though, which is kind of fun because, you know, husbands are like, yeah, whatever. But I said, oh, look at this ticket strip before and look at this after. He was like, his eyes got big. He's like, wow. So that's always fun. I wanted to use that old luggage, but I don't want to cover up my postcard. So maybe that's going to have to wait. But then anything I put there is going to cover that post. Yeah, that seems a little, boy, see, it's like, what do you do? What do you do? Kind of like that there, but there's going to be too many numbers if I do that. Okay, let's grab, I like to use this thing. I know it's weird, but so just follow me here. You know, this stuff is so flimsy, it's hard to distress. So I just grab my little stamper thing and I kind of hold it there tight. It gives it this sturdiness behind it, and then I can really get my edges dark, like I love them. See? And you just bring it back over to the edge. I mean, it's time consuming, but wouldn't be able to do that otherwise because this stuff's so flimsy. And now I love it because it's all dark around the edge. So, all right, I'm gonna throw this on right here. Yeah, so I can still see my tickets and the postcard. Yeah, so I think we're good on that. I'm not gonna use the luggage after all. See the same thing with this little guy, but I'm going to try to do this without using my stamper. Just a little bit on the edge. And let's put this number, boy, I don't know, this way, okay. We're going to go. If I could do things straight, it would be so awesome, wouldn't it? It'd be amazing. And then this little numbers are kind of hard to distress. Sorry about the camera moving. These guys are a little harder to distress, but I really wanted a 5. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with the letter 5. Why? I don't know. Where is that going to look best? So we've already got a 30 up there. Yeah, let's put it down here where you can see it a little better. These are so fun. Well, they're like little collage projects. Little collage project that you could just end up, like, you don't have to make a big honkin' collage. This just is like, and then it's something you can use too. So you can use it as a belly band or a side tuck. You could use it as a bookmark if you actually wanted to, but this is sticking out. But anyway, so that's how it looks on the back. Pretty much done with this part of it, except for, of course, I did want to, I don't know, this is always a risk, isn't it? Everything does look a little better with some splatters. I wanted some on it. There we go. Okay, that's good. Now we got splatters. Yay. Okay, so that is it. It wasn't going to be a very long video, but so this is the one I made, and this is the one we made. So put this one aside to dry. Let me grab my journal. Oh, except for, I don't want that. Let's put this side up. I don't want those splatters to get on here. So I will be using this one that I made. I'm going to be using this one in this circus journal. Just not sure. I love it there. I do love it there. Okay. So probably going to just glue it here and here. You see? Top and bottom, and then on the edge here. I'm going to cover up my little tickets. Anyway, that's probably where I'm going to put this. And then you're just going to have a little side tuck. You could put it in the middle, you know. You could put it in the middle and have a belly band. I mean, you might not want a ton of stuff sticking out if you're going to use it as a belly band. It still will work, but more so if anything's going to stick out kind of on the end. This way you can have a clear space to stick something in there. So, yeah, so that was basically my video for today. I wanted to show you something fun you could do with the drywall tape. Maybe we'll do more projects with it. But in the meantime, go grab yourself some drywall tape, because it's, like I said, it's super, super strong, and it handles whatever you give it. So, because remember, it's meant to have drywall paste on it on a wall. So, all right, guys, that is all for today. Again, if you liked my tickets and you wanted to just print some off, they are now in my Etsy shop. Just print them on cardstock. They'll probably turn out better. Okay, that's all, and I'll see you guys on the next video.